Hey Tess, you want to do a puzzle with me? Come on, let's do a puzzle. Alright, here we go. Let's make a puzzle, Cassie. Oops. So guys, this week in art, we are making puzzle art. Alright, so first I gotta find all the straight pieces, right Tess? Alright, here's a straight. Here's a straight. Alright everybody, go grab a piece of paper, some pencils, and whatever you want to do to make some puzzle art. Tess, you're gonna have to clean this up, right? Alright, so we are doing puzzle art, and the reason why we're doing puzzle art is April is actually not only the month that we celebrate Easter or Earth Day, we actually celebrate also autism too. And autism is often represented with puzzle pieces. So I'm going to show you guys how to draw some styles of puzzle pieces, and they're actually easier than you think. So basically all we do is we start with a square or rectangle shape, and I'm going to use the whiteboard, but you guys are going to use your pencil first, and you want to start lightly going over your puzzle pieces, because you're actually going to erase some of your spots. Just press lightly on your pencil. So I got my square. Now puzzle pieces have the out pieces and then they have the in pieces. So the best way to describe this to you guys is to start somewhere like in the middle of a puzzle piece or a square, and almost like you're drawing the neck. You see I'm doing that? So you draw a neck, or a really fat trunk of a tree, and then you draw kind of like a head. And if you don't like it, you can erase it. That's why I want you guys to press lightly on your pencil. So you kind of go up, around, and back in. And then for the inside one, you go in, around, and that neck shape. And you also want to make it look, see, I can erase that straight line between that neck of my puzzle piece. So now it's turning into a puzzle piece. So maybe I want to go make another in one. So you go in, around, and they don't have to be perfect either, because if you look at puzzle pieces, their insides are all different, so they don't have to make a perfect shape in the inside. Alright, so let's do another one. So if you want to do a couple practice ones on a piece of scrap paper, if you're a whiteboard at home or a chalkboard, go ahead. Practice first before we go on to our big paper. So square rectangle shape, close it off. And remember, you have straight pieces in your puzzles. So you can do straight pieces, you can do ones with all inside. So you make a neck, around, in, and connect. And you can have like funky shaped ones too, because the puzzle pieces are all different, and we're all different. Alright, so then you go back in, erase your little lines, and you got a puzzle piece. I'm going to do one more just for fun. Square or rectangle shape. Nope, don't like that shape, so I'm going to erase it. Round, down, and connect. Keep on drawing these kidney shapes. I don't like the kidney shape. There we go. So to make a little puzzle piece, it's kind of like you're making a little head or a little foot. Alright, and then you can always go back over, trace around your puzzle piece when you're all done with the marker. So our project is we are going to do a puzzle piece art project. So what you need to find is a piece of paper, and I cut mine down into a 9x9 shape. You need a ruler and whatever colors you want to work with. So here's my puzzle pieces. I'm going to move them over. And I always make sure I have a piece of paper down on my counter. I'm in my kitchen right now because, well, that's kind of my current art. It's my current art room. So I got a piece of paper down. It's more like a piece of cardboard, so I don't have any markers or anything on the kitchen counter. So I cut my piece of paper down, I believe, by 9 by 9. Yep. So you can do whatever size you want to do. I mean, even your printer paper is fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a border on my paper, and I want you guys to make a border too, so you can just simply hold up the ruler right along the edge. If you don't have a ruler at home, you can use anything that's straight. You can use a book. You can even use, like, I have this oil pastel box. You can kind of line it up. You can use your cereal box, and you can draw a line that way. But I feel like we might all have a ruler or something straight at home to use. Alright. Oh, I upheld that one pretty good. Alright, so in this border, it's almost kind of like a quilt square here. In these edges, I'm going to create patterns and shapes. Alright, so I'm thinking in these little corners, I'm going to do puzzle pieces. So I'm going to start with a square, or shape, or square, or rectangle. I'll draw my puzzle piece. I'm trying to puzzle piece over here. Ooh, not liking how that one's going. There you go, that's better. And two more here. So in the middle, that is where we're going to draw a big puzzle piece. If you want to draw a couple medium-sized ones in there, you can. It's up to you. Remember, this is your art. You're the artist. And if you have trouble drawing these puzzle pieces, you're more than welcome to find a puzzle at home, if you have a puzzle, and take a few pieces out and use them. Use them to trace. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure to put those puzzle pieces back in the box. Since I always hate doing a puzzle and you can't find that last piece that you're missing. So just a heads up, put your puzzle pieces back where they go. Alright, so then in the center, I'm going to do a big puzzle piece. I'm going to start with my square. And you don't have to start with a square or rectangle. You can just, if you feel comfortable drawing one, go for it. So I'm going to draw my next shape. And my sides. They're also almost like the letter C, and they look kind of like a lung, these little puzzle, the inside of your puzzle pieces. And I'm going to connect this straight. Erase my square. So when you're drawing your square, make sure you draw lightly. It's going to be easier to erase. Alright, so there's my square. I'm actually going to put, maybe I'll put a heart. Should I put a heart inside? I don't know. I'm going to do some designs in here. You can do whatever you guys want to. You're the artist. They can be simple, they can be complex, they can have lots of detail, or they can be solid colors. I am going to include a sheet so you guys can see different patterns on Google Classroom, just to reference, to give you some ideas of what you can do for your patterns. I'm actually going to put hearts in the background. And you can leave your background solid or not. It's up to you. Actually, change that point. I'm going to put a heart right in the center. Alright, let's see. What am I going to put here? Let's do some spirals. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use oil pastels. You can use whatever you want to. I'm actually going to go over all of my lines in, usually I do black. But I'm kind of feeling blue, since autism is often familiar with, blue is autism's color that it represents. So, let's see. So I'm going to trace all this in blue, and I will come back.